We are going to turn this ugly, neglected 10-gallon tank, and I'm ashamed to call it mine, into a beautiful, pristine-looking reef tank. Let's do this. What's up, guys? Welcome back to RealReefingTV. My name's Cody. I'm here to help you save time, money, and frustration in the real reefing hobby, sharing my experiences and knowledge. And over the last, I would say, 3 or 4 months, this tank has gotten progressively worse, and it's really just because I've been neglecting it. And I feed the fish, I take care of him, and, everything is okay in here. It just needs, it needs some prettying up. It needs some stabilization measures to put in place. And it needs an update to you guys on what's going on with this 10-gallon Nuvo 10. Now, let me give you just a brief rundown on this tank. It's a 10-gallon Nuvo Fusion 10 all-in-one tank. It's beautiful. I bought it about 1.5 years ago. It's been set up for that long. We've got an AI Prime HD light up here. We've got an H80 Kessel up on the 2.5 elevated refugium. If you want to check that out, you can see videos there, I don't know, somewhere. And so you'll see the refugium up there. We've got some miracle mud in there, as well as some biomedia and some Chaeto Kato in the refugium. We've also got a couple of mangroves up there that have been growing actually quite nicely. I'm sure due to the excess nutrients in this tank. In the back over here, we've got a media caddy. We've got an AWC X1, so it's just like the 1 unit Wi-Fi doser, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, that's a brief rundown on this thing. For flow in here, we've got a J-Bow return pump and a Tunzi Nano Stream or something along those lines in there that it has a little controller with it. There is a controller on this tank. It has not been calibrated. Need to do that. We've got an Neptune Apex Gold system on here. But I'm really only interested in 2 parameters, and that's temperature and pH with that. My pH probe has not been calibrated. It has been sending me updates for the last month that my pH is low. And so like 7.3, 7.5, it's low for a reef tank. And so I'll share with you my plans to get that boosted to elevated levels so that we can support the SPS tank. I told you guys I'm not putting any LPS, any softies in this tank. It was to be an SPS bomb, so that's what it's gonna be. We just gotta get it there. We've got to clean it up. We've got to do some maintenance on this thing that's much needed, and you guys don't want to watch me do that, so we're gonna go ahead and get that done now. And now you can see what I've done to this tank. We have cleaned the glass, we have done a 5-gallon water change, and we've cleaned the mechanical filtration in the back. That's about it. That's about all that we've done so far to this tank, and it already looks 10 times better. Now, if we get a closer look at the tank, we can actually see, hey, look, there's a fish in there. and yes, I mean, our corals not looking the best, pretty washed out. Some of the bone that you can see through it, and you can also see some of that algae that was floating around. It's just kind of gotten stuck on the coral. And yeah, I mean, not a lot of color to anything really in here. We can see that tub stellata back there. It was a pretty decent chunk when I put it in there. It's maybe grown a little bit. My red setosa, the bubblegum digi, looking like absolutely nothing. The only thing that has any color in there is that setosa, and I accidentally kind of fragged it while cleaning the glass. I've got a couple of snails in there and my Nemo. So as it is what it is at this point. This tank will turn around. It'll look great, and you know the reason why I know why that'll happen. It's because if you look at this rock has a little bit of algae on it, just a little bit, and that tells me that The algae was growing on the glass, but not on the rock, because that rock is healthy. That is really healthy live rock, and it's got a lot of it's got a lot of bacteria on it that is that is breaking down and keeping that slime coat on that rock. And number 2, because my snails are doing a good job, and number 3, because there are also a lot of microfauna. When I say that, there's a lot of like copepods and amphipods, and there's micro brittle stars living in it, and there's a lot of small microorganisms living within that rock, keeping it healthy and living. So I know that it's doing a great job. I know that this is going to be a really healthy tank once I get the kind of the nutrients in check, and get a system going here where I have a proper nutrient export method that is coupled with the livestock that I have in the tank. Let's take a look at the refugium here. Yep, and I know what some of you might say, wow, there's like hardly any flow in that refugium, and you're absolutely right. I've got a little pump in there, I just haven't turned it on. So I'll do that here pretty shortly. As you can see, there is actually a mangrove right there. That was one of the third ones that was in that miracle mud. I pulled it out because, you know, for the last 6 to 8 months, there's been leaves and branches growing out of the other two, but absolutely none out of this one. So I thought maybe it was just a goner, it was dead. I pulled it out, and there's a root system attached to it, and you can kind of see a little bit of the root system poking out right there. So I kind of buried it under some of the rubble, and it's poking out of the water now, and hopefully in the near future we'll see some buds coming out of that and see that start to grow and take off. For the dosing of this thing, we've got a doser right there. I think I'm just going to turn it off for now. I was running the all for Reef Tropic Marin all-in-one, you know, calcium alkalinity, magnesium, trace element type deal, which I'm sure was doing great. It's been run out for a couple of months now. I'm just gonna ditch that thing and go to the Calquaster, because I believe that it'll keep my pH at a higher level. Yeah, so I mean, we're off and running. We're gonna get this thing going. We're gonna check back with it in a couple of weeks and see what the progress is on this baby right here. So thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and like the video. If you liked how, you know, 30 minutes, 45 minutes of work can take your tank looking from a complete disaster to somewhat of a disaster, and follow along till we can turn this thing into something that we're actually proud of here. I'm working from home, so that's why it's a priority to get it fixed up now. Anyways, guys, thanks a lot for watching. You have a great one. I'm out, y'all. Peace.